Hi, I'm Kyle, and today I am here to show you how to properly line your lower denture with DensureFit. I am very excited to be bringing you this video because as a denture wearer of 5 months, DensureFit has been a game changer in my denture journey. So what do I mean by game changer? Well, what I mean is that DensureFit has made my dentures fit incredibly well and feel incredibly great in my mouth. So, are you ready to experience the same result? I bet you are, so let's get started. Hello, thank you for joining me as we discuss using DensureFit on the lower denture as well as the procedure for doing so. But before we get started, I want to take a moment to ensure that you understand exactly what DensureFit is and what it is not. DensureFit is not an adhesive. Quite frankly, it's better. So, what is DensureFit? Well, DensureFit is a soft silicone dental grade material used to line your denture to improve the fit and comfort of your denture. The liner stays adhered to your denture until you remove the lining months later. But remember, it's still important to remove your denture nightly to clean it and give your mouth a chance to breathe. Okay, now, how does DensureFit work? Well, in order to understand that, we first need to understand why dentures get loose. Dentures get loose when your gums shrink. This leaves voids in the gum line area, which we call the trough. These voids allow your denture to rock, lift, and rub. Very annoying and sometimes even painful. But when you fill those voids with DensureFit silicone, your gums are then cradled in soft, flexible silicone. As it cushions, it minimizes movement and rubbing to help prevent soreness. So, can DensureFit be used on all lower dentures? While DensureFit is ideal for upper dentures, the product may be used on your lower denture as well. How much and what type of help DensureFit offers varies greatly from person to person and denture to denture. So it's important for you to understand your particular lower denture situation in order to understand how DensureFit might help you and what ways it might not be able to help you. So how can DensureFit help on lowers? Number one, DensureFit fills the voids. The DensureFit silicone fills the voids that are causing your lower denture to fit too loosely. Number two, DensureFit cushions. The DensureFit silicone provides soft cushioning against the hard acrylic denture base. It can help and or prevent gum soreness. Number three, it provides a better seal. A seal of silicone around the edges of your denture helps to keep food and liquids out. And number four, if your bite is off because of bone loss, DensureFit can reestablish your bite so that your upper and lower teeth make proper contact. So, what might cause DensureFit to not help on the lower? Well, it cannot keep an incorrectly made denture from floating on your gums. Also, most likely, DensureFit will not keep an ill-fitting lower denture from popping up. Since DensureFit is not an adhesive, it has no stickiness. However, if this is your issue, you should use powder adhesive on top of your DensureFit liner. The good news is that if you still need an adhesive, you can switch from paste to powder. The powder does not stick to your gums like paste, which makes the adhesive much easier to remove. So, let's talk expectations. Certain types of lower dentures tend to get a better result with DensureFit than others. Lower dentures are more challenging to keep in place than upper dentures because they do not have the advantage of a palate to get additional suction. So, the height of the walls of the denture and the gum line can impact how well the denture functions with or without a soft liner. Remember, Higher and taller is better. Gum lines that are higher and dentures with taller walls tend to get a much better result with DensureFit. Also, dentures that have sides that extend down to the bottom of the jawbone, usually they'll get a better fit. On the other hand, low gum lines and dentures with short walls and shallow troughs can benefit from the cushioning that DensureFit provides. But DensureFit cannot prevent them from floating off of the gum line. Let's go over the contents of the kit. One kit is designed to reline one denture plate. If you have uppers and lowers, you'll most likely need 2 kits. So, what's in the kit? 2 applicators of DensureFit silicone, 2 swabs to apply your primer, a bottle of DensureFit primer. An instruction guide for the uppers comes with the kit, but you can find written instructions for relining lower dentures on our website at www.denturefit.com. Are you ready? Because now it is time to prep your denture for the DensureFit application. But before I get into that, I just have one more piece of important information for you before we get started. There are a couple extra items that you would like to have on hand in order to perform your reline successfully. Dish soap without moisturizers, a cotton Q-tip, 2 cotton balls, some isopropyl or rubbing alcohol, your soft bristled toothbrush, a pair of sharp scissors, and a timer that goes up to at least 4 minutes. Now let's go over the anatomy of the lower denture. First, we have the trough, the lowest point of your denture. Next, we have the ridge, the highest point of your denture. Next, we have the wall, which connects the ridge to the trough. And finally, the back edge. Now that you have a better understanding of DensureFit and what DensureFit can do for you on your lower plate, let's apply your DensureFit. But before we do, I have a very important question. Do you have both an upper and a lower denture plate? Because you must have a perfectly fitting upper denture to properly line your lower denture. You will be using your upper teeth to seat your lower so that your bite is accurate. If your upper is unstable and shifts during the seating process, your bite will not be correct, and this can cause issues. So, do not attempt to reline your lower until your upper fits perfectly. Always reline your upper first and then proceed to the lower. Do not line the upper and the lower denture at the same time. Got it? Good. Now for the procedure on relining the lower denture using DensureFit. You will use this procedure if you are applying DensureFit on top of your hard acrylic denture base, or if you are applying it, like I am, over a soft professional reline. Clean, rinse, and dry your denture so that it is squeaky clean and crispy dry. It is important to thoroughly clean your denture so that there is no residue from adhesives or anything else on your denture. Any foreign substance or moisture on the surface of your denture will prevent proper adhesion and will cause lifting of the silicone, shortening the life of your liner. A good quality dish soap without moisturizers is the best way to clean your denture in preparation for your reline. Soaking your denture in a denture cleanser is not sufficient for this job. Scrub your denture with dish soap with your brush. Rinse and then dry thoroughly. To further ensure there is no residue left on your denture, you can wipe the inside down with rubbing alcohol. Avoid touching the edges or inside of your denture with your fingers. Oils from your fingers will prevent proper adhesion of the silicone. Now that your denture is clean and dry, it is time to prime your denture. There is no substitute for this primer. It is necessary to prime on top of your hard acrylic denture base as well as over a soft reline from your dentist. Here we go. Dip your swab into your primer one time and remove it immediately. Tightly cap your primer right away so that it does not spill nor evaporate. Prime the edges first while your swab is most saturated. This will create a good seal so the silicone does not lift. Don't miss any spots. Then move on to the wall, the trough, and slightly over the front of the ridge. Let dry for at least 2 minutes. While your primer is drying, I'll explain how to properly seat your lower denture into your mouth so that when it is time, you do it correctly. So listen first, and then we will do it together. First, you are going to apply 1 full applicator of silicone into the bottom of the trough. You will then place the denture onto your lower gum line and let it set there lightly. Do not press down with your fingers and do not bite down yet. Very lightly clench in a natural biting position just until your uppers and lowers make even contact and your bite feels comfortable and even. Do not bite down hard. Look in the mirror. Make sure your 2 front lower teeth are centered with the 2 front upper teeth. Now you can relax your lower jaw. Set your timer and leave it in your mouth for 4 minutes. This is not a good time to talk. Keep still. Do not remove your dentures from your mouth during the 4-minute curing time. Okay, now that we've gone through the test run, you are now ready to apply the silicone and seat your denture. But first, you must activate the silicone applicator. And please, listen carefully. If you do this incorrectly, you could end up with a sticky mess of silicone squishing out the sides of your applicator. So, listen and watch first. Then you will do it with me. You'll hold the orange barrel firmly in one hand. With the other hand, twist the clear wing tabs in the direction of the black arrow until you hear and feel it snap into place. It will feel like you are tightening the tip. That black arrow on the label tells you which way to turn the clear tip. Okay, let's start. Activate the silicone applicator and apply the silicone to your denture. Twist the clear wing tabs in the direction of the black arrow until you hear and feel it snap into place. Now, press the plunger and watch the silicone travel through the mixing tip. It might take a few seconds before you see it flowing through. Black arrow on the label tells you which way to turn the clear tip. It is very important to twist the clear tip in the direction indicated and not the orange barrel. Twist the barrel instead of the tip, the silicone will squish out the sides and your denture fit is now useless. Apply a full applicator of silicone in the bottom of the trough. After doing so, lightly place the denture into your mouth. You will then look in the mirror to make sure that your 2 front lower teeth are centered. Then, very lightly Clench in a natural biting position just until your uppers and lowers make proper contact and your bite feels comfortable and even, and then stop right there. Look in the mirror and make sure that your denture looks and feels like it is in the correct spot. Not too high and not too low. Relax your jaw and set your timer for 4 minutes. Look in your mirror and make sure that your denture looks and feels like it is in the correct spot. Not too high and not too low. This is the challenging part about relining a lower denture, seating it in just the right spot. If you let the silicone cure when it is too high in your gums, your denture may end up floating off of your gums. But if you bite down too hard, you might squish out the silicone out of the sides of the trough and recreate the same void that you had to begin with. As soon as you position it into the right spot with your upper teeth, stop right there. Now let's assess our fit. With your denture still in your mouth, try to feel if it is snug. If your denture is snug, you are done. It is best to leave your denture out of your mouth for the next 2 hours while the silicone finishes curing. If you are not snug, don't worry. If your denture was very loose, this requires more material to fill the void and you may need more silicone, especially if you are a newer denture wearer. Look at the ridge of your denture. Did silicone come up and over the front of the ridge all the way around? If you do not see this and you are not snug, you need a second applicator of silicone. So let's do the snug up. If you are doing this snug up application immediately following your initial application of DensureFit, just make sure that your denture is completely and crispy dry. Any moisture on your denture will prevent proper adhesion. Now, if you are doing your snug up at a later date, you'll need to clean your denture just as you did for your initial application. Wash with dish soap, rinse, dry, wipe with rubbing alcohol, and blow dry on a low setting. Since you are applying silicone on top of an existing silicone liner, remember that the DensureFit silicone will adhere to itself as long as it is squeaky clean and crispy dry. You can use these instructions to snug your lower denture up immediately following your initial application, or at a later time if your denture gets loose. Remember, DensureFit silicone is buildable. If your denture gets loose after a good initial fit and your liner is in good condition, meaning bacteria-free and not lifting, you can layer more DensureFit silicone on top of your existing liner and you are not required to use primer. Primer is not needed on top of silicone, but it is needed on hard acrylic to make it stick. So, if there are any bare spots of acrylic on the edges, you'll need to prime those spots so that the silicone sticks there. Use a cotton Q-tip swab to prime any bare spots on the ridge, along the back edge, and slightly over the front of the ridge. The reason for the cotton swab is because you need very little primer, and the foam swab in your kit will use more primer than you need. Remember, always let the primer dry for 2 minutes. And please remember that while you're doing the snug up application on the lower denture, the process is identical to your first application. The only difference being where, when, and if you prime. So, assess your fit. Are you snug now? If so, congratulations. You have just completed your first successful reline of your denture using DensureFit. If you have a great fit, but feel like you need to trim excess silicone hanging around the edges of your denture, we call this flashing, you may trim it, but keep in mind that over trimming can break your seal. Think of the silicone on the edges of your denture like a snorkeling mask. Any breaks in your seal will allow air or liquids in. So, ideally, you want complete, even flashing around the edges of your denture. So, when should you trim? Well, you would trim if the silicone is loose, hanging, or uncomfortable, or if you can see it when you smile. And you do not want to trim if the flashing feels comfortable. Why? Well, because that flashing contributes to a good seal. So, where do you trim? Only trim on the front or the teeth edge side of your denture. Never trim directly on top of the ridge, or that will break your seal. So there you have it. How to successfully line your lower denture with DensureFit. If you follow these instructions, I'm sure that you will have an excellent result just like me. So there you have it. How to successfully line or snug up your denture using DensureFit. I'd like to take a quick moment to thank each and every one of you for taking time out of your busy day to watch my instructional video. I truly appreciate each and every one of you, and I'd like for you to remember to always be a proud denture wearer. This is Kyle. Take care. I will talk to y'all soon.